All right. Let's see. Now we're live,
What are you gonna do?
so let's see if people jump over. We're gonna find out how many people care about Marvel Legends because it's all that was left.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Oh, I need to actually. Whoops. I have the
Yeah,
chat.
I say
I have the chat for the other stream. I need the chat for this stream.
I'll show you the chat.
Yeah. So my internet died. Spiderus Prime, welcome for being the first one to pop over and comment. My net just decided that it wasn't going to work, so that was fun. It gave out, and we know it wasn't OBS this time because it gave out on the Discord side, right, guys?
yes, you're going in and out.
Yeah. Anyways, we have 5 viewers, I think. Cool. All right. We're just gonna do the rest of this, and then you guys can catch the recap later if you need to.
Ding-a-ling.
Travis, yeah, what happened? Internet. I'm just gonna say this, internet died, killed the stream. We're gonna talk Legends quick and get out of here. I'm gonna try to make the. I think the thing is, when I do more than 2 hours, that's when the stream starts getting weird.
Yeah.
So, I think we're gonna start. I'm gonna start structuring the show more to get us closer to 2. All right. So let's get to it. All right. So yeah, the mask is different, but it's minor. It's not like a major thing. We're just gonna move on from the mask thing, right? They did include a cool effect, which I think was neat, which is an unmasked head, which is newly sculpted.
Oh yeah, Bully McGuire! Bully McGuire!
And then he's got a cool symbiote effect of the symbiote coming off of him. So pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. The only problem with this figure is that if you
also they brought back the Spider-Man 3 style guy. My God, they pulled
did,
out
yes.
the vault.
The blue texture thing is back. So this is gonna be a mainline item, and the price, we already got hit with price things. As soon as this went up for pre-order, on Hasbro it was $30, on Amazon it was $35, on Entertainment Earth it was $39, on Big Bad Toy Store it was $36.
I guess could be consistent. Yeah. Can we get consistent? Because it's so weird.
Yes.
Usually most of the stores are consistent.
Switched. It got Nintendo Switched.
Even more so than Nintendo Switched. What happened is that I think the figure was supposed to be $30. Stores are trying to accommodate because they're going to have to pay tariffs, and nobody knows what they're supposed to be paying. So it just kind of went out of control. Even at 30, I don't want this for 30 because it's just not that. I like it, but I don't know. For 30, and the 30, I think it's also, we have to remember, Sony tax.
Good old Bully McGuire.
Yep. So we take us at best place, Amazon or Pulse, whichever's cheaper. Whichever's cheaper. They also are repainting the Velocity suit and releasing it at Walmart. Great use of a slot because some people will want this and most people don't.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Then next up, we got to the Target exclusives, which are getting on my nerves. The Professor X was supposed to have come out, but he didn't. He's officially late. The Jean Grey was a whole snafu with the pre-orders. The next one's going to be Weapon X Wolverine, which is fine with me because I already have one.
I love Naked Man figure.
Yes, we can get this, but we can't get Shauna, and we can't get Goblin Queen, and we can't get double standards, right?
This is out there, right? It's like inset pin and everything like that, right?
Yeah, he's inset pin. They put more body hair on him, but it's not as thick as it was on the old figure, so it doesn't look right. It looks too light. It's not as detailed as he should be, I think.
So he's less he smells like he came on the garbage can.
He looks dirty. He doesn't look hairy. He looks dirty.
No, I was talking about the original Weapon X. It feels like you meet him and you're kind of past that from how roadious he is.
Yes, exactly.
His unhelmed head.
That was a joke in Minecraft, actually. Anyway,
what, really?
Yeah, there was this whole thing of Steve didn't remember that hygiene's a thing when he's in the Minecraft world. And Danielle Brooks' character's always just it's been real, but I gotta get out of here. I gotta stop smelling you.
Also, his unhelmed head looks too calm for Weapon X. He looks content.
I just reread Weapon X, and I get the panel they were trying to emulate, but they missed the mark on it. Also, he should have a lot more blood on him. This is okay. I think it's a good update. I think it's good if you don't have Weapon X. But if you already have Weapon X, it's an easy pass.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good release. I think this is
Yeah.
like a good release.
Perfect exclusive. Now, remember how everybody wanted an update Mystique? Bad exclusive. Why?
God damn it.
Why is Mystique... Here's what I don't get, right? Here's what I don't get.
To be fair, her daughter and wife was exclusive, so I guess it's in the family.
Let me add this. Let me add this layer to it. We've never had a retail release Mystique.
Oh yeah, because it wasn't the last one in Walgreens.
Yes, the previous one was Walgreens. The animated series one was Pulse and Disney Store, and this one's Target. Husk has more availability than Mystique, which I'm not complaining because I like Husk, but still. Why is this a Target exclusive? I think there's no reason for it to be Target exclusive. I think, she's upgraded on the pinless body and everything, and she's got the double jointed elbows, and she looks great, and I'm going to buy her.
She has guns.
She has guns, which is awesome. She's got more than a McFarlane figure on average, and she's got an alternate head as a disguise, which is awesome.
Goblin. That's isn't that?
It is Goblin Queen.
Goblin Queen, yeah.
So if you stick that head, you can stick that head on the X-Men '97 body, and then you have a more comic looking one, which I think is smart. It's great. This should be a retail figure. This shouldn't be an exclusive. Oh. It's Mystique. Actually, I just remembered there was one Mystique that was retail, the movie one.
Movie.
Yep.
In that shell form.
All the others were exclusives. So, it's dumb. There's a 2-pack coming out of Madame Mask.
Sells.
What was that?
Star Trek sells.
Yes, Star Trek does sell. Except when it's Star Trek. It sells when it's not Star Trek. Anyways, Madame Mask is coming out. Looking nice update. She's got 2 different mask options. She comes with the cash that you can burn trying to buy this. And crossbones.
I like cash. The good old mooks.
I gotta tell you, they love making crossbones. This is his 5th figure in Marvel Legends.
I mean, he's just a goon guy. He's like the perfect
goon.
It's
just amazing that we have more crossbones than we do Mystiques.
This sounds a pretty good 2-pack. I mean, you get like 2 prominent characters in the Marvel universe and such as that. So I think it's a good 2-pack. I'm not sure I'm gonna pick. I don't think I'm gonna pick it up, but I think it's a good 2-pack.
I think it's good. I like the explosion effects. I think this is great because they're both in the same circle, right? They're both in like that Avengers circle. So
yeah, it's 2 Avengers villains, or Iron Man villains, or Cat villains. So it's good to have both of them. And I really like Madame Mask as a villain. I became a fan of her ever since Armor Adventures. That version is very different, but so I'm really glad for this 2-pack. And Slim Crossbones, I like about him. He's such like a goon.
He is. Also, adding to this, there was an update on Madame Mask because apparently this was a point of contention. Swap. Yeah, the colors got inverted, so she's actually going to be primarily white suited on the final figure. So,
which is a good update.
Yep, good update because that's more accurate and stuff. She-Hulk, Fantastic Four She-Hulk, which is the figure we've all been waiting for ever since the last She-Hulk came out. We're like, okay, so when's the Fantastic Four version? Actually, I've been saying that because it's only ever happened one other time, and that was in 2007 as a Comic-Con exclusive.
I ready for all the 10 million repaints of She-Hulk in this.
Yes, I will buy this figure as many times as necessary. They also sculpted in the Forerunner chest, which is awesome. They gave her a new hairstyle with a ponytail so she can actually pose.
I didn't know they sculpted the floor. That was molded. It was just a classic repaint scenario.
Yeah, it looks like a repaint in the renders, but they said it was sculpted. So, she comes with dumbbells, which look mysteriously like the ones that Big Boa came with in G.I. Joe. I love the ponytail head because now she can actually pose her neck.
Also, I find like the Fantastic Four card. It looks like she's super bursting at the bottom, but she's not like in a weird crouch pose.
Yeah, the reason why is because she's centered in the Fantastic Four, so each foot is in one of the little divots to hold it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also because that bubble held the thing at one point, so
yeah,
it was already prepped for that.
We soon need like
now. Here's a question: when's this one go up for pre-order, and where is it?
For the fan channel
on the 24th.
On the 24th.
All right, you know what to do for me.
I know. I didn't even have to ask. I knew you'd want it.
So let's see how many Jen. Let's see. So we soon need to get Jen with the classic, the white stripe down the middle with the purple on the sides. What are Jen? We need business suit Jen. I still think we need lawyer Jen still.
You still need a lawyer one. Savage.
Savage.
We also need to. Well, it's not going to be using this body, but we need a normal just Jen.
Like a human Jennifer Walters, yeah.
Yeah, yes. We have several Bruce. We have like 2 or 3 Bruces, so yeah, we need to get a Jen. Whatever gens we need.
Plenty. Let's move on.
Yep.
There's a lot. There's a
Yeah.
lot.
All right, now for the big
Speaking of
ticket
Hulk,
item.
all right, so we got our second Maximum series reveal, and it is Hulk. He comes with a missile that can be pulled apart and has internal workings. That's pretty cool. So you can have him ripping it apart. The figure itself, he has new feet with toe joints. He has a new torso, and then the legs are the same one. The legs and the lower torso are the same ones from the 80th anniversary.
Yeah, because they still have the pin in them, which.
And
Yeah,
what they, yeah,
so so also standing wise, like I hate this the thing I feel like these. So I think standing wise, how do we feel about Max Spike? I know I'm pretty sure none of us have it yet, but like
I don't have it, but I feel like Maximum Spider-Man is 100% worth its price.
Yeah, I fully on the boat that I think Max Spike is worth the price because of what that figure is and what he comes with.
Completely ground up new figure and a ton of accessories.
Yes, this one. This is what I feel like people thought Maximum Spidey is. To be honest,
this is just like if you took all the complaints about Maximum Spidey and then applied it to this figure, it'd be accurate.
Yeah, go to the photo where it has all the accessories.
Yeah, so that's one of the things I want to talk about is that it's not just the accessories or whatever. They made a decision that instead of having normal shoulder joints,
ooh, now I want it. Fuck.
No, here I'm going to warn you on this one. Instead of having normal shoulder joints, they wanted you to be able to recreate the thunderclap,
which it's an important thing. I think
which is important. I think having a Hulk that can move his shoulders over his big ass boobs is good, but they decided to do it as a rubber overlay,
and I can understand why. Because I'm not sure how you. Like, it's one of those, like, I know movable tits, like, even if you do movable tits, I'm not sure how
I would have preferred if the shoulders just popped out and slid and moved forward instead. Because I live in a desert. Nothing made with a rubber overlay lasts here. It dries out, it cracks, it just doesn't work. And on top of that, if you leave this guy in thunderclap position for longer than like a couple months, you will never get it out of there. It will be indented and it will never return back to its original form.
Unless you do the heat gun, mold all that stuff.
And then you can risk burning the rubber.
Yeah. And we don't know what kind of quality rubber this is.
I doubt it's Storm Collectibles quality, and that's the only rubber I've never had an issue with.
Yeah, and we can't confirm that. This is definitely a case we need to wait into in-handness to judge the quality of the torso because there's definitely.
Wait, didn't Amadeus Cho have a overlay?
No,
he was the Endgame Hulk, right?
Yep, Endgame Hulk remold, and he was fine. Oh, rubber overlays, you got to be careful with them. It's going to depend on certain figures. Like where is it placed. Anything that you're trying to use the rubber to extend the articulation range, I don't like that because regardless of durability and quality, it's gonna get stuck in a position and then it won't go back. It happens all the time.
I don't want to confer. I don't want to say he'll take over game because
we don't know. We don't know about that. The thing is, I have the same issue with it that I did with Seiho Tiga and Seiho Dyna and all the Ultraman Seihos, which is that it is incredibly hard to make an overlay on a torso actually work and be sustainable for an extended period of time.
Yeah,
because even if it's high quality, it's going to get stuck in a position, and then when you go to change the pose, it's not going to magically reset. It doesn't work that way.
It depends, really, because there's several figure arts I have for years that have rubber overlays that are still fine. There's foreign figures I have for a couple of years that are still fine. It always really depends.
I do have a Flash figure who has a forever lifted skirt on his crotch because I put him in a running pose and then never changed it, and then I moved it, and I was like, and I can't get it back down even when heating it up. Oh, that's right, because he was in a running pose in the box, so he was like already stuck in that position, and it stuck that way. Because luckily this won't be an issue, but
rubber components are always a iffy thing. I don't think they're right off bad, but it needs to be designed well and made out of good material. And I can't, and again, we don't know because it's not out yet. We don't have it in hand, so we can't judge it. And again,
it turns me off the figure because it never like the only rubber that I haven't had an issue with is Storm Collectibles Dimitri. I also don't pose him where the actual rubber is touched by the joints because
this is definitely I think and it's one of the things where like this that's always the tricky thing with kind of figures like this. I don't think and essentially of course climate is always the big thing.
Mm.
Also, and who know and that's the thing is like, I'm not sure if the Hasbro team, the Marvel team, like did 10 million experiments on this
Yeah, we have
figure
no
to see
idea
if
how
it
much R and
survive.
D went into this figure, right?
And such, yeah. My problem with the figure is, as you see, the such low is pretty bad, honestly. Like the Megaton effect piece, good.
Also,
I think it was,
supposedly he's $60. We should put that up front.
to be fair, that's actually not bad. If Max Spike was 50, and mind we don't know that's
Yeah.
because it's Spider Tax or not. But like only being just $10 more than Max Spidey is pretty alright, not horrible. Am I a Hulk is usually what 35, right?
He's usually 35 or 40 because he's bigger.
Or yeah, always depends. So like,
I think my
it
issue is that this isn't a fully new figure.
yeah, and I think in here, like I don't expect a Hulk getting double joint elbows because his forearms are bigger than his head, and stuff like that.
But you know what? You know what I do expect them to do? Better
Okay.
engineering than having the weird flesh flap on the elbow.
Yeah, I never like that.
We have seen better Hulk elbows than this. It feels like a regression.
Yeah,
It's like they let what's his face who works on the Frazetta Girls figures make that figure.
Yeah.
My biggest problem is like the head sculpts because I get what head sculpts are referencing from. Like they even say which
They're
artists
all
they are.
modern though.
Well, yeah, and but my problem is I wish they just take the wigs. I mean, they did the wigs with Odin. Why didn't
Yeah.
they do it with the Hulk? Because there are certain heads where like I think the heads will look better, but I don't like the hairstyle.
Yeah, I don't get why
like-
wig system's not like a universal thing at Hasbro.
Yeah, like
this
for them
point.
with the screaming head, not bad, but I'm not fan of the spiky hair for that one. I'd rather use like the teeth gritting head
Yeah.
with that hair or something like that. And also like I hate the main head they have on them. Like I don't know what I don't
It's
know
the lack of
where
pupils.
it's like it looks weird. He looks young. It's young, but he looks like
Yeah.
Hulk is one of those characters. I think the thing Hulk is one of those characters that have very much different identities. And I kind of wish this figure. I wish we have a smart. I know Smart Hulk is slightly skinnier, but still like I don't like throw that Smart Hulk head in, for example, like that and such, or just a normal like grumpy Hulk head or something.
Benjamin
like that.
Wiseman said if they just took the 80s years Hulk and made him pinless, that would have been an improvement over this. I agree. That figure was solid, you know?
I have it. I like it a lot. And I
Yeah.
wish we got those head sculpts on this one. It just it's the Hulk Hulk like Spider-Man. Like you think Hulk just big green dude.
Mm.
Surprisingly, Hulk is a lot more like does a lot more stuff than I think people realize.
Yeah.
For them, like I'm glad we have the Megaton clap hands and the fists. And I understand why he has two gripping hands, but where's like the grapple hands? Like where's those grapple hands? They can recreate the fastball special, or just him like grabbing like giant rocks and chuck at people. Like how like I would say threw in like the Sentinel rock with him because that's the thing. Hulk likes to throw rocks.
There's just nothing maximum about it. This just kind of feels like a normal Hulk figure where they added like a couple effect parts.
Yeah, like
Spidey
definitely.
is significantly like more decked out with stuff than an average Spider-Man figure, whereas this just feels like just a deluxe Hulk. It doesn't.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We don't really have a lot of, and I guess with this one, we don't really have a comparison because there really hasn't been any import Hulks from what I understand outside like the movies.
Because Hulk is,
I guess,
as much as Hulk is popular and Hulk does sell his toys, Hulk is not like a big seller character for Marvel.
I mean, nowadays he was. I think Hulk.
He was, but I don't think he's. I don't think he's had relevance in the 2000s.
It's like it's the X-Men problem with the 2010s. Like Hulk was everywhere in the 2000s and 90s, but since the damn Universal Marvel and Disney.
Here's the thing: I was talking to somebody about the Universal Marvel deal, and it's like, maybe the thing with Marvel is that they could make a Hulk movie and just work a deal out with Universal, but also why would they? Both Hulk movies flopped really bad.
Yeah.
Like Hulk solo projects just may not be a thing. And I think that Hulk as a character has had trouble like holding on to the popularity he had up through the 90s. And they pushed him really hard when that first movie came out, but
it's just a shame because I love the character. Hulk is one of those characters that I love to read about and really want to get more into and such. But he's just I think a hard character to sell because he practically he's Frankenstein's monster, classic scenario.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, and those
Yeah.
are those are really hard to sell in
Yep.
nowadays markets, and because Hulk is a very complex character because that is just part of nature. So it's not easy character to market outside of because Hulk is big Green Man Smash, but there's more to the character outside of Green Man Big Man
hmm
Smash, and sadly that's not as marketable as Spider Man or Iron Man and Captain America and such like
Yeah,
that.
Spider was probably said Hulk was popular in the 70s. Yeah, like the 70s to 90s was peak Hulk popularity. We didn't get a Hulk cartoon throughout the 2000s. We got one with Agents of Smash in the 2010s, but that was it, like I think Hulk has a brand identity problem, and adding to this, I think this figure is just not it.
And that's not, and like I think because I see kids love Hulk, but I think this definitely goes into the case of Hulk's a hard character to make because he's so big.
Yeah. And he's
Scenario
also a hard character to write too because it's very easy to write him shallow
you can either
or
make
write him
he's either
depressing.
just he's either too depressing or just basic.
Yeah.
I'm the
Yep.
dumb muscle one, and such like that.
So I think we will circle back around to Maximum Hulk next week because the pre-order is going to go up this week on the 10th, and I'm curious to see what the final price is going to be because that's a good discussion to have about
Because they said 60 in the chat, but essentially with the tariffs and everything, we just have to see.
Yeah, we'll see because I've seen Hasbro say one price and do another.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the first with Maximum Hulk is Spider-Man is the definitive Spider-Man legend. This suit doesn't feel like the definitive.
This doesn't
Hulk
have a
legend.
classic head. If it had a classic head, like I think that's the thing is that like it doesn't feel definitive. It feels too specific.
I think also specific. I think the problem with the Hulk is I know this because Spider-Man they specifically said based off 90s. He
Yeah.
is specifically a Todd era Spider-Man. Hulk, since each head is based off a different Hulk artist,
And
it
because
makes
the figure from the waist down is the same.
it doesn't really have this is just a Hulk with different accessories and a
Yeah.
different torso. It doesn't really feel like
Which the 80th anniversary one was the same way because it had a classic and a modern head, and then the 80th one had two classic heads, and then the San Diego Comic-Con one had two 90s heads, and then this one's just like a mix. Yeah,
I think they should have gone 90s with this Hulk. Like I don't think every Maxim series need to be considering 90s era, but like since 90s is the big era of the Hulk, they really should have made this a 90s Hulk. Such as that was a big era for him.
For accessory teases, they showed the damn fireball effect the fire fist effect that we've seen 100 times. I don't even know why they bothered showing that.
Yeah, well, because this might be a 2-pack.
And then they showed the Juggernaut impact effect from Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yep, so we're getting NBC figures, baby.
Yep. Even if they're not officially NBC figures, we're getting an effect part for Juggernaut's head. And then we got an effect for Psylocke, also from the Marvel vs. Capcom games. We've identified those directly as that's what those are.
He's like, yes, give us a new Psylocke, please.
Yep. I think we're gonna get a bunch of updates in the 90s. I don't think they're gonna be called Marvel vs. Capcom, but they are gonna be
because legally they can't. Because legally they can't.
I thought this stream was a bit of a mixed bag because of Hulk. Because they kind of went through the other stuff quickly to get to Hulk, and then Hulk was kind of underwhelming, so it kind of the energy level just kind of fell off, But I think it was fine. Yeah. Anybody got final thoughts before we move on? Because I'm ready to wrap this thing up.
I think it's overall I think it is a good stream because they show a lot of good figures. It's just I think some of them I wish we were better. I think it's the thing.
I think people are frustrated with the Target exclusives with the X-Men, right? Because like the Walmart exclusives, the Spider-Man Walmart exclusives were all a mix of obscure to not necessities, whereas all four of the X-Men ones are like major players and major looks. And they're like the Professor Xavier's didn't ship for people and they were supposed to on the 30th of March. So where did Xavier go? Jean was hard to get. Can I get Weapon X? Will I be able to get Mystique? Like that availability issue does drag on the energy around the toys. So there's that. Last thing for Marvel Legends, which was a teaser I didn't expect us to get, but we got it. For April 4th, 4/4, we got a teaser of the Fantastic Four First Steps Marvel Legends for the movie. And they look great. All we're seeing is hands.
Reed has stretchy limbs.
That is our first confirmation that Reed Richards stretches in this movie.
Also, like, I'm also looks like a Ben can actually bend above 90.
Yeah.
Holy
Because
shit!
the way how that joint's designed, you could definitely that could go at least above 90. It's like, yay.
But yeah, we've never seen Mr. Fantastic stretch in any of the promotional stuff for this movie.
Well, I just realized with Ben, he's sleeveless.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, because hasn't he all like had a shirt on throughout all the trailers so far?
Yeah, he's definitely shirtless here, which is great. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to parse from this at the moment, but I mean, I guess they're incoming, and we'll find out soon.
I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yep. So next week I'll amend my intro to be like, for the next 3 hours we're talking about news, because we ended up doing 3 hours anyways. But that was also because we had to stop and restart the stream. Yeah, Benjamin Wiseman said Hasbro seems tone deaf about our complaints about Target exclusives. Yeah, part of it is that, and part of it is I don't think they realized how bad it was going to be to get Professor X and Jean, and they already were locked into a quarterly X-Men Target exclusive deal, right? Like they can't pivot now.
Okay, I mean, here's the thing. I don't think exclusives aren't horrible because we know the stores pay for the figures.
Right.
It's more the store. I think really at the end of the day, it's the problem with the stores. It's Target not working because.
But I will say there is a factor when you look at the Walmart exclusives and you're like, oh, those are figures that people would want, but they're not major figures. And then you look at the Target exclusives and they're all heavy hitters. And I think that's where like some people are like, well, okay, they gave Walmart the quote unquote throwaway figures, but they gave Target the important ones. It's the business of it. Target maybe was like, we want all heavy hitter X-Men, you know?
That's always the case of the Target like pays like we will pay for ticket class characters for Walmart feels like we'll take anything. Kind of feels like,
and that's why like with Transformers it gets frustrating when like Cosmos was exclusive to Walmart because it's like there's no way Walmart was asking for Cosmos.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not sure how. I'm not sure. Let's say I'm not sure if like the way how exclusive works is Hasbro's like we have a capsule we want to do this year. Let's go pitch it to stores. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's exactly how they do it or not. Because like maybe like go like Target. Maybe they went to Target and go like, okay, so Target, we want to make exclusive for your stores. Which set do you want? Do you want the Spider-Man set or the X-Men set? And Target pick X-Men. I don't know if that's the logic. Like
whatever it is. Yeah, obviously Walmart got Spider-Man, Target got X-Men, and obviously the Spider-Man offerings are not as exciting for people as the X-Men offerings. And that's where the frustration comes in.
Because World War Xavier was Walmart last year, right?
Yeah. We didn't have a clear product plan last year with exclusives. It was just whatever,
It's clearly like a capsule scenario
and
there.
They're quarterly as well. Like it's very intentional.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to wrap up because we went longer than we said we were going to because we tangent.
Somehow
what's our interview? What's our interview?
What's our what?
Well, just wrap up.
Our interview.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Go check out our Kane Kosugi interview, on Hero Club, which I'm trying to find the link for because I already.
What kind of club?
Hero Club. It's not Hero Club. That's the other guys. It's Hero Club. Go check out that interview if you haven't already. Guys, plug. Who goes first? Jerry, you go.
Ready tomorrow.
I stream King of Fighters 15 tomorrow. Almost time for Garo or City of the Wolves.
How do you feel about the recent guest characters?
Boy.
Ask Cal Stouts tomorrow while he's live.
Yeah, ask me tomorrow. 4 p.m. Eastern. Twitch.tv, Soundout put the link. Soundout will be there, by the way.
Yes.
We do welcome shoutouts. I know some of y'all show up, so
I know AR's shown up a few times, which has been awesome.
So, if you guys want to ask him more questions, remember, that's where to go.
Oh, that's why that guy's name looked so familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because AR actually followed Hero Club today, the actual Twitter. So I was like, okay, why do I know this name? I couldn't put the name why I do it.
And that same name is the same name across all social media, because like Darklaw, I also do art stuff, but I paused my commissions.
I broke the chat box. All right. Wheels. Hero Club. We already promoted.
Yeah. Hero Club. We already promoted it. It's hero-club.com.
Yep.
Follow us across social media using Hero Club for life. Check out the Kane Kosugi interview. Go check out the Jeff Nimoy interview. Go check out the Tom Fawn interview. Go check out all of our interviews. Check out our comic reviews. Check out our cosplay cafes, which are, interviews with cosplayers. Go check out all of our old news content and other stuff.
Check
to
out
know
all
what
of our
was
stuff. We got
announced.
it. Go
Do
check it all out.
Do it. And then check out our streams Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Ryan, you want to promote anything?
Follow me at Dark Horse 3. Follow me at Dark Horse 343 on YouTube and Blue Sky, the Archivist, like the one you see at the very channel. And feel free to follow me on Blue Sky and YouTube.
Cool. And we will see you guys next week. And have a good one.